In the year 2125, the Earth stood at the precipice of oblivion, teetering on the brink of a catastrophic collapse brought about by humanity's relentless exploitation of its resources. Decades of disregard for the delicate balance of nature had finally exacted their toll, plunging the planet into a grim twilight. The once vibrant tapestry of life had unraveled, with species after species succumbing to the relentless march of extinction. From the depths of the oceans to the sprawling forests and vast savannas, the echo of life had faded into a haunting silence. The atmosphere, once a pristine veil enveloping the planet, now hung heavy with the toxic cocktail of pollutants emitted by generations past. The skies, once a brilliant canvas of azure blue, were now shrouded in a sickly haze that obscured the sun, casting the world below into a perpetual gloom. Across the globe, the scars of humanity's folly marred the landscape. Desolate wastelands stretched as far as the eye could see, bearing witness to the insatiable hunger for resources that had driven nations to war. The echoes of nuclear detonations reverberated through the air, leaving behind a legacy of devastation that further amplified the planet's agony. In the face of such unparalleled adversity, the remnants of humanity struggled to survive. Crops withered in the poisoned soil, their once bountiful yields reduced to naught but dust. Famine stalked the land, claiming lives by the millions as food became scarce and water turned fetid. Yet, amidst the despair and desolation, a flicker of hope remained. For even in humanity's darkest hour, there were those who refused to surrender to despair. United by a common purpose, they labored tirelessly to chart a new course for mankind, one built upon the pillars of resilience, innovation, and compassion. As the specter of extinction loomed ever closer, the leaders of one of the few remaining governments convened in utmost secrecy, their minds consumed by the urgency of their task. With the fate of humanity hanging in the balance, they devised a daring plan born of desperation and determination. In the shadowy corridors of power, blueprints were drawn and clandestine operations set in motion. Across their territory, hidden deep beneath the earth, a network of bunkers began to take shape, their subterranean chambers a testament to humanity's last hope. Each bunker was meticulously outfitted with the essentials for survival: provisions to sustain life in the barren wasteland above, technology to purify the tainted air and water, and the knowledge needed to rebuild a shattered world. But these bunkers held more than mere supplies. Nestled within their reinforced walls lay a chamber of stasis, a sanctuary from the ravages of time. In these chambers, 50 souls would be entrusted with the future of mankind, their bodies preserved in an unending slumber until the world above had healed and humanity could once again walk the surface of the earth. Selected for their resilience, their ingenuity, and their unwavering commitment to the survival of their species, they would serve as the vanguard of a new era, the architects of a world reborn from the ashes of the old. As the final preparations were made and the countdown to oblivion ticked ever closer, the chosen few were ushered into the depths of the bunkers, their hearts heavy with the weight of their burden yet brimming with hope for the future. With a solemn oath, they sealed themselves within the embrace of stasis, their bodies suspended in a timeless slumber as the world above descended into chaos. As the sleepers entered their stasis pods, the world outside plunged further into chaos and despair. With each passing day, the fragile remnants of human civilization crumbled beneath the weight of desperation and strife. In the absence of order and structure, society devolved into a patchwork of warring factions, each vying for control of the dwindling resources that sustained life in this desolate wasteland. Cities once teeming with life now lay in ruins, their streets haunted by the ghosts of the past. Amidst the ruins, pockets of resistance emerged, small bands of survivors clinging to the flickering ember of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. United by a common desire to defy fate and reclaim their humanity, They waged a silent war against the ravages of time, determined to defy the grim inevitability of extinction. But against the relentless onslaught of nature's wrath, their efforts proved futile. The earth, scarred and battered by centuries of abuse, showed no mercy to those who dared to defy its will. Crops withered in the poisoned soil, water turned stagnant in the polluted rivers, and the air itself became a toxic miasma that choked the life from all who dared to breathe it. And so, as the years turned to decades and the decades to centuries, the vestiges of human civilization slowly melted away, swallowed by the unforgiving embrace of the wasteland. The world above became a barren wilderness, its once vibrant tapestry of life reduced to a barren wasteland devoid of hope or redemption. But deep within the bowels of the earth, beneath layers of rock and soil, the sleepers remained ensconced in their chambers of stasis, oblivious to the passage of time. For them, the world outside existed only as a distant memory, a fading echo of a bygone era. As humanity's last gasp echoed across the dying earth, the desperate scramble for survival took on many forms. Among them, the efforts of corporations to preserve their own power and privilege stood as a stark testament to the lengths to which some would go to ensure their survival. With the world teetering on the brink of collapse, these corporate entities seized upon the promise of digital immortality as a means to secure their legacy for eternity. Executives and powerful shareholders, many of whom bore responsibility for the planet's descent into chaos, were among the first to undergo the transformative process of digitization. Their consciousness, once tethered to mortal flesh, was liberated from its earthly confines and uploaded into the digital expanse. Yet, as the ranks of the digitized elite swelled, so too did the realization that salvation could not be achieved through the preservation of power alone. Recognizing the need for intellect and innovation to guide humanity's future, the corporations turned their attention to the best and brightest minds in their employ. Scientists, engineers, artists, and visionaries were plucked from the chaos of the world below and welcomed into the ranks of the digital pioneers. Together, this eclectic assembly of minds formed a diverse tapestry of humanity's potential, the collective consciousness interwoven within the vast network of orbital satellites that spanned the heavens above. From this lofty perch, they bore witness to the final throes of their terrestrial brethren, observing with a mixture of sorrow and detachment as the world they once knew slipped further into oblivion. Over the centuries that followed, the digital denizens of the orbital network watched as the Earth below underwent a profound transformation. Nature, resilient in its own right, began to reclaim the scars left by humanity's hubris, breathing new life into the barren wastelands that had once been its domain. Slowly but surely, the planet began to heal, its ecosystems regenerating and flourishing in the absence of human intervention. Yet, amidst the beauty of this rebirth, reminders of the past lingered like ghosts in the mist. The ruins of civilization stood as silent witnesses to the folly of humanity, serving as a sobering reminder of the cost of arrogance and greed. And in the digital realm above, the echoes of a bygone era reverberated through the corridors of cyberspace, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of its own destruction.